Good morning and welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. So, today's book is going to be Jim Butcher's Dead Beat from the Dresden Files. So, if you've been following my channel, then you know that the Dresden Files is a wildly entertaining series full of magic and vampires and goblins and ghouls and undead and zombies and all that kind of stuff. Modern day wizard, Harry Dresden, the only practicing professional wizard in all of Chicago, keeps finding himself in these insanely ridiculous situations, battling the worst of the magical world. Um, in every single book, seems the guy can never get any rest. So this book is all about, well, the zombie apocalypse, basically. And Halloween is coming up, and so we've got some necromancers loose who are out to raise an army of the dead, take over the world, and vampires blackmailing your best friend, all in an effort to keep you out of the whole zombie apocalypse, and all this crazy stuff that's happening. As well as, of course, some moments of hilarity and fun as we go along with this whole story within this book. And overall, like I said, Dresden Files is just a wildly entertaining book series, and it's just fun. Non-stop action, just constant back and forth craziness is going on. And some of the funnier moments I found is one, I mean, Harry's got this dog named Mouse, but he's like huge. He's described as half chow, half woolly mammoth, so he calls him a woolly chowmouth. And it's just this massive dog, and he likes to call him Mouse, which in and of itself is kind of funny when you think about a massive dog named Mouse, kind of the irony in the name there. And Harry's just pulled into this situation where he's the only one that can stop this zombie horde essentially from coming to life, and they're all pulling power from the ancient graves of the area, and it's Halloween night, of course. So in the magical world, this is the night where the veil between the living world and the dead world is at its thinnest. And so they're going to pull down this magical spell, and these necromancers are basically going to give them the power to become gods. And they're seeking what's called the Word of Kemmler, which Harry is basically blackmailed into finding. As this book will give these people the power to achieve their ultimate objective, which is basically to bring down this power to make them gods, and who they kill, nobody cares. They don't care anyway. They do not care who they're going to kill, and if Harry doesn't give them the word or find the word of Kemmler, help them find it, then they are going to destroy his best friend's life, essentially. His best friend being Karen Murphy of the Chicago PD and Special Investigations Unit, which is where he gets the bulk of his money from as a consultant for the PD police department, but also Karen Murphy being a close friend of Harry's. And it's just one of those situations where Harry, like, great, I'm all on my own again, trying to fight off the evil undead again, being blackmailed by an undead vampire again. And it's like he just can't get a rest, the poor guy. And I in a way, you almost feel bad for him. But the book is just written, like all the Harry Dresden books, just written in a hilariously fun way in a lot of situations, a lot of the writing style. And when we're taking a look at this book, as we're reading it, at one point, Harry actually gets basically conscripted into the Wardens, which is like the magical secret police, if you would. Now, you have to understand that Harry and the Wardens don't get along. Basically, he's never gotten along with them. He's ran into trouble with the Wardens before. The Wardens basically act as judge, jury, and executioner, so they're always out to find the bad guys in the magical world and get rid of them on behalf of the White Council. But they can be judge, jury, and executioner. And Harry himself has been basically investigated, abused by the Wardens before. They don't trust him, they don't like him, and they don't feel that he should have any right practicing magic himself. And Harry has been unfairly targeted by the Wardens, who seem to think that he is a bad person because of some of the things that have happened in the past, but were actually for the greater good overall. So, I mean, when the wardens are being decimated with the war between the vampires and the wizards, and there's so few left that the White Council and the wardens eventually have no choice but to conscript Harry into this order of the wardens and make him a regional commander. And some of the wardens are fine with this, but others are not so fine with this. So we have this internal conflict. Harry's being forced to be part of a group that he has no trust in and he feels has become really corrupt. But this mantle is kind of shoved upon him, so he has to take that. So that whole conflict within that area is pretty interesting as well. And that overall is what makes this a great book. Now, Deadbeat. I won't tell you why it's called Deadbeat, but I think it's kind of interesting how the title came about and why it would be called Deadbeat specifically. Definitely would recommend pick it up and read it to check that out. And I have to say, the ending of this book, now I won't actually tell you how the story ends and how the whole situation gets resolved, but I will tell you this, that you cannot go wrong when you have a wizard riding a zombie T-Rex in the middle of a storm through the streets of Chicago in an effort to fight off and confront necromancers who have raised an army of the dead. I mean, come on, just a wizard riding a zombie T-Rex. That concept in and of itself is just hilarious. And I have to say, that had to be one of my favorite parts of this entire book. The zombie T-Rex and a wizard riding it, charging through the streets of Chicago. It's just hilarious when you think about it. And I would recommend this book. I'd recommend anything in the Dresden Files. They are all super hilarious. Just some great reads. I am really super enjoying it. I think that you would enjoy it too, especially if you like that modern day fantasy mystery mix type of story. And if you like it with humorous twists, if you like it with comedy mixed into it, then this is definitely the book for you. And of course, as always, don't forget to stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. You can like, comment, subscribe. I'll have links to my social media profiles down in the description below. And of course, don't forget to check out the Jim Butcher playlist on this channel where I've got other reviews of the other Jim Butcher books that I have read. And stay tuned. Next up, we're going to move away from the fiction from the fiction books for one book. We're going to read The End of Faith by Sam Harris. So it should be an interesting read. Looking forward to it. And stay tuned for my review on Sam Harris's The End of Faith. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the next episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Hope you have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching.